Welcome everyone to another exciting matchup from the map Rando Multicategory tournament. I am Nito on commentary, and the racers are about to get started here in this nice little matchup between Supersponge and edibletoaster. And they are off right away here. It is just me on the restream tonight, so I will do the best I can on tracking. In fact, I'm already missing their starting items, so I will get that updated right away. Hope everyone is doing well tonight. Both players getting Morph Ball right away here. If anybody can let me know if the audio sounds good, if we're nice and balanced here, that would be much appreciated. No game audio. Let me see what I can do about that. We appear to have some other audio source. It is probably the background music. We They can confirm that. Okay, cool. All right, now actually into the action. Both players in the same room at the same time. If I miss any items, please let me know. But I think they just still have Morph here. Okay, sounds like we're good audio-wise. Good to hear. I am kind of a noob when it comes to the commentator controls. I'm doing my best, but we will make do. We see Supersponge here getting to the map. We're going to get a good look at Brinstar now and see what else is available here. Still lacking any ammo of any kind, missiles, supers, power bombs, no explosives. Toaster on his way to the map as well to get a look. Supersponge with a nice little cross-room jump there, taking advantage of the non-water to water transition to make it all the way up, as he is going for this major and high jump boots E-tank room. X-ray. Not a common major that you see early. It has pretty limited use within hard difficulty, which is what all these map rando races run on. But there are some uses for it in terms of being able to clip or force a stand-up. Toaster on his way up to that item as well. I wonder if Supersponge is going to go for this major in the green pirate shaft. It looks like he's thinking about it. And what do we have here? Wave Beam. Wave Beam is a nice upgrade, a good damage boost. Not usually logical progression. Occasionally it is. But it looks like Supersponge is seeing this little loop here where he can get back to where he was. He's going to be able to do an ice clip with this Zila to get back to the main part of the Brinstar shaft. Toaster on his way down from grabbing X-Ray. Finding first power bombs as well. Okay, that is a good find. He's going to be able to make much more significant progress here now. Attempting to save a power bomb with this ice clip. Not quite the right position. I think he let it get... If he lets it go a little bit higher, he can use X-Ray to clip through. It looks like that's what he's going to do. So he's going to force a turnaround here. Oh, he needs to even let it get a little bit higher. This should do it. There we go. Very nice ice clip from Supersponge. Toaster also picking up Wave Beam and on his way towards those power bombs. The fact that they saw X-Ray early is a good indicator that that was intended. Now we're seeing another major here. Charge Beam. Very interesting. They already have Ice Wave, so that's a good start towards a potential beam build by the end of the game. Toaster is only a couple rooms behind, following the same path. Might be thinking about going to Criteria here soon. Doesn't seem like there's much more that they can pick up. They could go for some more E-tanks around the area. I only see one more X. Well done from Toaster, getting out of West Cack Alley. Still looking for first supers. I have no doubt that that's on the racers' minds. I always enjoy seeing the usage of Spring Wall for movement. There's first supers. Alright, so now they pretty much have full reign to wherever they need to go. Spring Ball is comfy. I agree. And again, Toaster only a couple rooms behind, following the exact same path. So plenty of room to catch up here. And opportunity for some sort of divergence in the route. We see Bubble Mountain here in Criteria. High jump and ice allow easy escalation out of that room. The map does seem to be close by. This wall jump is similar to the one in Worst Room in the game in terms of getting around that ledge. Supersponge makes it around there no problem. Toaster now entering criteria, although it looks like he's entered from a different entrance. And here's a look at the criteria map. Mother Brain is here. Okay, I did not see any other region entrances back in Brinstar. So now players should see that this is the hub region. We see Norfair, Meridia, Turian, and yeah, it will be a very short escape. Supersponge planning his route. Pick up an easy X here. It's another pack of power bombs. Probably at the point now where power bombs become unwelcome. If you're going to see any more X's, you want to see supers. Like so. Both players with 2 E-tanks. That is only one short of what they'll need to complete the game, since they start with Varia. Oh, I guess I should mention what bans were. Supersponge banned no objectives, and Edible Toaster banned Metroid objectives. So all the races in this set will be suited races. They're currently playing Varia plus water movement. Yeah, a lot of players feel more comfortable with the suited modes, getting that ability to get around the map right away. I personally always ban double suit. And if you saw my last tourney match, you know I love Metroid objectives. For no particular reason. Supersponge with his 3rd E-tank, and Speed Booster has been obtained. For Toaster, I'm gonna guess that Supersponge also picked up Speed Booster. It would be strange if he didn't, so I apologize if I missed that. He did, thank you very much. And now into Norfair. Right, they both have charge and wave. They weren't kidding when they said commentary and tracking is hard. Okay, so now we do have some route divergence. Supersponge here in Norfair, and Edible Toaster seeing Wasteland and Turian. We will see which route fares better. Both players will definitely be on the lookout for gravity still. Unlike the Gravity 9+1, where Varia is still out there to be picked up, I feel that gravity is still a huge boost just helping out movement. Oh no. Toaster taking a very costly death there. He is reset so far back. I'll see if I can get this all tracked here. I think he would still have Morph at this point. Save early, save often, ain't that the truth? Toaster has got to be feeling awful about that. That's just one of those deaths that takes the wind out of your sail. So now you feel so far behind. Yep, we do have a Ridley sighting here in Norfair. Technically, Supersponge has all he needs to do the fight, but now it's probably a level of comfort. Spotting a major here in Spring Ball Room. Everyone's favorite beam, Spazer. You know, you often have to go to great lengths for Spazer, and it's worth it, let me tell you. Supersponge with a nice spring ball jump out of there. That will definitely help his beam damage if he chooses to fight Ridley now, which seems like a good call to make, considering he has everything he needs. He's actually in go mode. He's already in go mode. He just needs to hunt down bosses. Best item is Spring Ball. It's a good item, for sure. Can't complain about Spring Ball. Alright. Supersponge starting this Ridley fight. Although he does have Varia, he's still got to be very careful about taking too much damage. Ridley will still hit very hard. Playing safe with the wall jump around the swoop. Toaster picking up X-Ray again so he can do the ice clip at the bottom. Ooh, it sounded like he was going to start a pogo, but he did a swoop. Supersponge saving his ammo for when he gets to the second half of Ridley's health bar because he's got enough to burn him down. It looks like he's there now. But we'll see Supersponge switch to supers here to finish off this phase as soon as possible. He was just under 15, so he knew he needed to pepper in a little bit more beam damage there. And Ridley is dead, just needs to get picked up. A very nice fight. Very, very nice fight from Supersponge. Toaster picking up wave again. And now Supersponge has access to Big Pink, where we see another major. Plasma. Okay. The rich get richer. Good old plasmers. This is starting to look like a jet seed. Of course, plasma is after Rodney. You gotta earn your plasmers. Supersponge doing a little bit of cleanup here in Norfair, maybe just collecting. I don't know if he saw another major that maybe he's going for. The only thing that could really help him out at this point feels like Gravity Suit. Ah, Rex Ship is up here. Might as well check it while you're up here. It would be a shame if you had to backtrack. Rex Ship, relatively the smallest region. So, generally less of a chance of finding something that you need here, but not impossible. A very unwelcome room for trying to get to a map on the left side is seeing Acid Chozo. So now you gotta work your way around. Supersponge out of supers. He is trapped until he can get more supers. Although I suppose he could go through Acid Chozo, barring that he doesn't run through a super lock or a super door. Okay, he'd be able to farm supers here. Yeah, he's fine. He's at a super farm. Almost forgot to mark plasma for Supersponge there. Alright, Toaster back on track. Picked up all of his ammo types. He's ready to move back into Criteria. If he picked up everything, I think that means he does have charge again. I'm gonna mark him for charge. Gravity for Supersponge. He's got all the beams, he's got both suits, he's got high jump and speed booster. What more could you possibly want? At this point, he should be thinking, I just gotta move. Move on to the next boss, which is Phantoon, that is. He also does have microwave, so this could be an easy one-round fight. Which it looks like it will be. Fried space elephant, anyone? Wonderful Phantoon kill there from Supersponge. As he continues to move and schmove. Okay, this should be Toaster picking up Speed Booster again. Oh, there is another boss here in Rex Ship. Great. This is looking like it's going to be a very, very quick game. You never know, we might still last location Dragon. Nice job getting up Screw Attack Room by Toaster, and an amazing quick kill on Create from Supersponge. That is 3 of 4 bosses down. Supersponge looking at what his remaining options are. He's got Turian and Meridia remaining, so he's got to make it back to Criteria. That was bombs for Toaster. Yes, thank you. Toaster making his way through pre-Batun hallway, where he's going to need to do an ice clip here to progress. And there we go. Having to pay the toll to the Metroid on his way through. Maybe Toaster's going to give us a little insight on if Dragon is here. Guess what? Dragon is here. Okay. Is that a commentator's curse or a bless? I'm going to call it a blurse. That's a commentator's blurse. So given where Dragon said you rang, absolutely. So given where the regions are lining up for when Supersponge gets back to Criteria here, it seems more likely that he's going to want to check Meridia first, just based on how close it is to the Morfair entrance. That would be my assumption. It would be an absolute god-routing play if he decided, nah, I'm going to check Turian. Toaster with the reset? Wait. Huh? Oh, he was low on HP. So he couldn't do the grapple kill. Oh, it just keeps getting worse for Toaster. Here he goes, picking up Speed Booster again. It's tough. Sometimes you just run into these seeds where it's just not going your way. And here we see Supersponge fighting GT, who's just happens to be in the way. Finding the safe spot, sitting right in front of GT, and you can just fire upward with charged plasma and go to town for a quick kill. Very nicely done. I still think he's heading to Meridia right now. Yes, okay, so we know Dre is not in Meridia. See how quickly Supersponge can get this map to verify that. It looks like they're both now entering Meridia. both in worst room in the game, and Charge Ice Plasma is proving very effective at getting through. It looks like Toaster is going to opt for a Shine Spark to get up. You got to make sure you get on that center platform. Oh, and taking a hit from the Golden Pirate, that hurts a lot. That's 100 damage right there. Okay, looks like he's going to try and make it work. Oh, no, he took a hit. And we're back. Back to Criteria. It hurts. It hurts to see. Toaster grabbing Speed Booster again. Yeah, you might think it would be a really good idea to save after getting speed. The problem is you feel so far behind, especially after multiple deaths, that you feel like you gotta go. It's rough. There's not much you can do about it. Okay, so Sponge seeing the rest of the map and can now verify no Dragon. So he is now on his way to Turian. And it'll just be a quick visit to Turian, because if he follows the same path as Toaster did, he's going to run into Dre before he even gets to the map. Sick speedball through the door, also hitting the shot blocks on the way through. That was awesome. Still looking rough here for Toaster in worst room. He did the same Giant Spark. Did he mean to go back down? I think he's thinking he needs more health. Now he's turning back. Now he's resetting. Oh no. He's got to pick up speed again. Sponge finding bombs now. And we got speed. Speed is back. And here's Dre. Sponge is not going to need to worry about any sort of grapple setup. He is ready to fry some overgrown shrimp right in the microwave. Supersponge is massively ahead. That is his 4th boss kill. He is ready to go take down Mother Brain. If you're just joining, both runners were neck and neck early on. And then Toaster took an unfortunate death, reset to basically the beginning. And he's been struggling ever since. Yes, this is Varia plus pseudo-gravity. Supersponge banned no objectives. Toaster banned Metroid objectives. So we are only getting suited modes for this matchup. Mother Brain is right here in Criteria. Just a short walk away. And yeah, this was Supersponge's choice for the game mode. Or wait, was it? Hold on. No, this was Toaster's pick. That is a good point, Quick Draw. Gotta be careful when moving through fast pillars, especially when you only have the minimum required 3 E-tanks. Health management is critical here. So Supersponge is topping off. Toaster getting to the Meridian map and seeing just a barren desert of anything useful. No bosses, no majors, no nothing. I feel like the Pillar Spark would be about 60 HP, something like that, if I had to guess. So, Supersponge cannot spare too many hits here, but this will be a quick Mother Brain fight with full beam. Toaster collecting speed booster for not the second, not the third, not the fourth, not the fifth, the 6th time. Oh, Sponge can't take any more damage. Not even close. Not even close. He was not even in any danger whatsoever. Quick, chat, put in your guesses for escape time. I'm gonna say 35 seconds. Forty seconds. Junk and Jace, winners in that department. And Sponge should be right at the landing site with plenty of time to get there. GG to Supersponge for game 1. Alright, and we are back. Welcome back, everyone. We do have game 2 starting up now. This one's going to be double suit, starting with Varia and Gravity. And this is Supersponge's pick. Should we need a game 3, that game will be scheduled later. They only have their first 2 games of the set scheduled. But here we go, timer is running. Supersponge taking game 1 in dominating fashion with just running the table on all the bosses in under 40 minutes. Starting here in Meridia. Map seems pretty far away, so I expect to see a decent amount of blinding doors, looking for items that are needed. Lava dive room. Interesting. That might be required, given that they are starting with both suits. You never know, Morph Ball might be through that room. Toaster's gonna go for it. I think this is an excellent idea. Supersponge already finding his way in Brinstar. Seeing Plasma Pirates, however, that is going to be a problem. So it looks like they do have to potentially make their way to Brinstar. They could also, possibly, I don't know if this is actually in logic or not, damage boost through the Spiky Acid Snake's tunnel. What was the item? I couldn't tell. I'm guessing it was an X of some kind. There isn't a major that would both, well, there would be actually, but not a major in logic that would help you get rid of the Plasma Pirates and also get out of the room. So whatever it was not going to help them. Still looking for first anything, though. First missiles, first bombs, first major. Get ready for a Nevdi morph. Well, there isn't any getting through there. I'm starting to think it's more likely that they needed to go through Spiky Acid Snake's tunnel, and the E-Tank might be necessary to get them through that. That would probably put it in logic. It was either double suit or Grav 9+1 for the Nevdi morph seed. Toaster's also going to see Parlor here and be concerned as to what he missed. What both players missed, actually. Yeah, so now Sponge is checking Lava Dive. But he will run into the same issue, Plasma Pirates. Looking at the map, trying to understand what has been missed. He is going to drop down. It is supers. He knows where supers are now. Oh, but he dropped the E-Tank. The E-Tank was back in Bryn. I suppose he's going to see if he can make do without it. But he does see Spiky Acid Snake's tunnel, and he's going to go for it. Some well-timed damage boosts will get you through, but the Yapping Maw will complicate things. Okay, he gets through. Yeah, so that's definitely in logic. Charge Beam. charge beam. That's not going to help with anything they've seen yet. Technically, that could be used on the plasma pirates. Ah, it's for this room. Oh, that's not good. Yikes. Okay, so a charge is given there so that you can pseudo-screw through that room safely and avoid the Metroids. Toaster, that gives Toaster an opportunity here to get a little bit ahead. Just a little bit. Same room. The winner of this set will face Path in the next round. Just doing some scouting, don't mind me. There's Morph Ball. Okay, things are starting to make sense. We have avoided the Nevdi Morph. Now the question is, what do they do with said morph? They could go all the way back to Bryn. They could go through Parlor now. And here's the consequence of resetting that E-Tank is needing to farm up a little bit before getting back through Spiky Acid Snake's tunnel. But both players getting through there, no problem. Saving is a wonderful idea. I love the idea of saving. I don't think pseudo-screwing the pirates right now is the play because they don't have a way out. They can grab the supers, they can kill most of the pirates, potentially. You do still take damage when you pseudo-screw, but they don't have a way out of the room itself. Okay, Sponge re-grabbing this E-Tank. I do think Parlor is the play here. Toaster, you already grabbed that E-Tank. They are neck and neck right now. Silly me, I forgot to keep up on my tracking duties. My apologies. Adding Charge and Morph Ball in there. Okay, so they both made it to Parlor now. Finding criteria, but it is Croc Speedway. No speed to get through there yet. The map might still be inaccessible to them because no explosives yet to get through to the top left door of Parlor. There's some bombs, that's gonna help them. Both players picking up bombs. They're just dead even right now. Making our way into Business Center where we can get a look at the map here. Well, well, well. Dragon and Ridley right next to each other. Access to Criteria and Norfair. Yeah, the bosses are holding hands. It's so cute. Still no ammo for either of them to do anything about that at this point. They do have bombs, though. I wonder if Pseudo Screw is now the play, because now they can get out of the room. I wonder if that's what Supersponge is thinking. He's on his way back. I forget how much damage with double suit. I think it's 100 with regular power suit, so I think each Pseudo Screw would be 25 damage. Which you also have a chance to heal with a health drop. It could be possible to do this. I wonder if that's what Supersponge is thinking. He might just be going back because it's a wreck ship main shaft, though. And he has bombs now, so he can get the item in there. But we'll see. Toaster's audio is loud. I thought so as well. Let me adjust that. Let me know if that's better. A reserve tank. Okay, it's it's still looking pretty spicy here. Oh, but we see first missiles here for Toaster. That's gonna help a lot. Here's where intended for supers is. Unfortunately, no pseudo screwing the pirates. Another E-Tank here after the lower Norfair Spring Ball Maze. Be curious if Sponge decides to get it. I don't think he will. Yeah, he's gonna let that go. Toaster surveying the world here. What makes sense? He does have the missiles now, so he could get into Norfair. But I imagine he's feeling like he really wants some more ammo as well. Okay, we see Green Hill Zone here in Criteria for Toaster. And he finds Speed Booster. He loves finding Speed Booster. Another missile pack. Definitely, like, every missile pack you find right now just makes it feel way more comfortable. It's hard to get around with just a single missile pack. I don't know if maybe that speed would be used for the other Criteria entrance, possibly, because that was Croc Speedway. Nope, it connects right here. Alright, so Sponge still kind of mulling over what he's going to do with these supers here. He can get into Criteria now. Seeing that major on the far left, he has to go through the Firefleet room that leads to X-Ray normally. I imagine Sponge is getting sick of navigating through main hall, though. And we find ourselves in Turian, making immediate use of that speed booster. Or some more missiles. Kind of a letdown. It looks like Supersponge is going for this. With the bombs, he is able to get up to the spike floor. He's going for it. Toaster and counter and croc. But not from the correct side. This is a bit of a gamble, but he's definitely... As long as he can get this IBJ here, he should be okay. And hopefully the waivers don't mess with him. Nice little ABJ there as well from Toaster. Seeing Spore Spawn, he's seeing every mini-boss right now. This could be huge. There is an X here. It might be power bombs. Mo calling out X-ray. It's Ice Beam. Ice Beam is huge. I think that's going to pay off big time. And out of logic PBs. He just has to make his way back, but very well done by Supersponge. I don't know, Path. It could be rough out there. Yeah, Supersponge is going to make it through here, no problem. Welcome in, Raiders. We are in Game 2 of the matchup here between Supersponge and edibletoaster for the multi-category Map Rando tournament. Supersponge took Game 1 as a good lead. Both players are making moves, but I feel like it might have just edged into Supersponge's favor here. As it looks like he's now on his way to Criteria, and he should be finding that speed booster shortly. And there's that speed booster. And there's Sponge's first missiles as well. Toaster now getting through the Spore Spawn fight. Let's hope he's not greeted with a green or a yellow door up here. Oh no. You go through all that work of killing Spore Spawn, and you can't even do anything about it. I think that will be setting off some alarm bells there of what did I miss? Where did I miss it? He does find Kraid, however. Our first boss in this game. Probably not seeing the quick kill. Yeah, unfortunately not. get some use out of these power bombs right away. Or a missile. Toaster making it through crate here. Just finding a save, but it still, you know, feels good to get a boss out of the way. It looks like Sponge is also going to stumble into crate here. I did not see where the map location was for touring. It shouldn't be that Croc is required for map, though. Oh, and Toaster finds a super. Okay, that is huge. That gives him a chance to catch up here. Now, you could technically say he was in the lead still, because he does have crate down. Okay, he's heading right back up to Supersponge to check out this super door. Supersponge getting up close and personal with Kraid. Checking out that belly. Yep, no Nito supers. We don't need any more 42-minute super pickup times. No, sir. I'm sorry, did Supersponge get 2 supers during this Kraid fight? The chance of that is ridiculously low. But Kraid does eventually go down. Looks like Toaster was not able to make it to the map. Yeah, he needs power bombs for the pillar setup room. So I wonder if there are other logical supers available, or logical power bombs available here. Sponge about to make his way up to encounter Supersponge. See ya, Supersponge. I think Supersponge's audio is a little quiet, so let me turn that up as well. Hopefully that sounds good for you guys, let me know. Ooh, and we're down in a sand pit. Seems fine. Good. There could be a power bomb hidden in this one. Nope, just a missile. Clean kill there from Sponge. Toaster continuing to just explore as much as he can of Turian. Praying that he finds a power bomb pickup somewhere here. We are going to get a view of the map here shortly, I believe. Yep, here it is. Is there anything else of value here in Turian? Mother Brain is here. Which Toaster is discovering on his own. Is this even randomized? Super's there for the Super Sponge himself. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Toaster would get much valuable information from getting the map. Well, you would really like to know if there are some extra power bombs. Making his way through Coliseum. Only to find a save. I think he was checking to see if he had a good revert. Doesn't seem like it. You will have to make the trek across Coliseum again. So, finding an objective, definitely good news here in Turian, but there's really not much else. It helped Toaster get his first supers, but that's about it. So Sponge is going to make his way back up to Criteria. Big pink. The answer to all our problems. There's a wave beam. What else we got here in Big Pink? We got Fantoon. There's that. And we have Space Jump. Space Jump, truly an underrated item for Map Rando. Sponge spotting GT. The map is more off to the right there. He may be considering doing this GT fight. He will not. He would definitely have no problem with it. but it does feel a little slow. I don't know if he's worried about, like, some sort of soft lock. There's nothing that would really soft lock him. But he has made his way up into wrecked ship now. Toaster continuing to explore as much of Turian as he possibly can, but is just not giving him what he wants, which is power bombs. I think he's gonna have to make a decision here at some point to just bail on Turian. And I think that decision is coming right now. Sponge with a nice ice. No, did he do the ice clip? No, I think he did. I saw him trying it, but I think he realized that he had a connection through the door. Okay, wrecked ship. We got a couple majors here. I imagine Sponge is definitely gonna pick up those. Toaster has made his way out of Turin. He's said, I've had enough of that. He knows that Big Pink is there, but he just knows that he can't get into it. And it really doesn't look like there's anything else for him to do in criteria otherwise. We got a full team for Sponge. Was it Phaser or Plasma? I apologize, I was talking about Toaster during that time. Plasmers. Full beam combo is huge because he knows where two more of the bosses are. And he knows that Phantoon is in criteria because he saw Phantoon's save room. So he knows where all the bosses and Mother Brain is. He's in go mode. It is starting to feel like the power bombs that Sponge found were logical. Ending up doing damage boosts across the X-ray access hallway. Definitely doable with 2 suits and bombs to IBJ up. I think Sponge is realizing he has to do this right now. But the charged wave ice plasma, that is definitely a smart play compared to what Toaster's found his way back into Bryn, and I think he's... Is he making his way to X-ray access? I think he is. And yeah, he has Speed Booster. He could go Shine Spark across here. Sponge finding the landing site after GT. He is going to Shine Spark across. This is definitely a good play. No microwaving the space elephant this time, but full beam can make this a definite two-rounder. Well done by Sponge. And Toaster finding his first power bombs and ice. I gotta imagine he's feeling both relief that he finally found it, but is worried that he found it so late. Alright, Phantoon cleaned up for Sponge. And he knows where the other two bosses are. Back in Brinstar. The clock is ticking. We'll see what Toaster can do here, and there's always the chance that something goes horribly wrong for Sponge. But he is in firm control. He's got good energy, he's got good ammo, good beam, he's got all the movement he could want. Yeah, I mean, 5 power bombs, that's... You're always at some sort of soft lock risk if you're not careful. Alright, picking up that wave beam from Toaster. And he is close by the space jump. And Sponge starting the gauntlet, and I don't mean the gauntlet rooms, I mean the boss gauntlet. Dragon right into Ridley. Who needs grapple and who needs x-ray? Because this beam does a ton of work on Dre no matter what. That takes like 7 charge shots to kill Dre. Toaster's spotting GT, but he hasn't spotted the broken save room. So he doesn't have it confirmed yet that Phantoon... Oh, now he's gonna see it. Okay, so now he knows. He knows Phantoon is here, he knows where... Now he also knows where all the bosses and... Ridley going down quickly. Sponge cleaning up the remaining bosses. And he will make his way back down to Turian for Mother Brain. Now, Toaster does have the knowledge of Phantoon. He has chosen to look around Big Pink a little bit more to see if there's any other goodies in the doors. Sponge taking the nice shortcut down to Turian. Little safety save here. Toaster choosing to go up direct ship. But we know there aren't any bosses. It is rough having to do the GT fight on only 5 supers, so he may be looking for maybe a little extra to do that fight. I think he got the frame perfect refreeze there for the Ringa to try the Zep skip again, but he'll just reset for that, no problem. Trying to get fancy with a Shine Spark entry. Not quite. We do know that Plasma's here for Toaster, so if he can locate that, never say never. There's the Zep skip. Okay, we are through. And let's get some more guesses in there for timer on the escape. Hovering around about a minute and a half. I think that's a good guess. I'm gonna go with 135. Feel decent about that. Clean fight. For Sponge. One minute even. Wow. Way less than we thought. Canucks in there in the last second with a 105. Toaster did find Plasma there, making his way back down. But this will be wrapped up very shortly here. And there we have it. Sponge with the 2-0 victory over Edible Toaster. Toaster fought the whole way through. But it worked out there for Sponge in the end. Well done to both runners. Saw a lot of good plays in there. And we'll get the runners in here for a post-match interview. Welcome on in, Supersponge. Congrats on your 2-0 victory.
Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you.
That
Oof.
was very well raced. You were just kind of cruising there pretty much the entire time, just finding whatever you needed, and a lot of bosses just kind of clumped up there throughout the whole series for you to just take out all in one go.
Yeah, I was really glad I got plasma both seeds. That speeds things up so much.
It really does. Welcome in, Toaster.
How goes?
GG's on the race.
GG Sponge. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
So
Yeah.
let's start with choices for bands. So it looked like both No Objectives and Metroid's objectives were banned, so we were only going to see suited categories for this match. Do either of you want to go into any detail on why you picked those bands?
Well, I can tell you why I banned Metroids. I don't think I've played a single or even seen a single Metroid seed where the runner comes out unscathed. So I just find them pretty awful for the most part.
Yeah, and I choose not to do no objectives as much as I can, because that I I I feel there's too much luck there, and
Yeah, totally.
it's just a huge portion of it is just happening to. It feels like it, at least, happening to go the right way. I know there's still, the logic is still there. There's still an intended route, but it seems much more luck based than the other ones. So I try to avoid it.
Yeah, I
Makes
agree
sense to
with
me.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about game one. And Toaster, I know, I know you don't want to talk about it. I saw on the race time chat.
Yeah. Made a huge mistake, died without a save, and then I think after that I just kind of lost composure, so I just kind of like did not execute anything correctly at all.
Man.
So that one was, I was basically like, oh, I lost, like, I feel like it was like it was quite a bit of time, and at that point I was like, oh, I think I just lost all composure. Like I could not, I was like, I couldn't do things that I thought were like, oh, this is easy, and I'm like, why am I actually struggling? So that happened. It happens again. I know this is like, I was treating it like, tournament space and everything. I even put on regular tiles, which was a mistake too. Regular tiles, ew, regular tiles. But no, but yeah, but that one,
Yeah,
I
that
was curious
was
about how that seed went though, how that one went, because it looks like there were options of where to go, and I found out that Meridia was a waste of time, but it looks like Torian and possibly Norfair had stuff. So
yeah, Norfair especially was pretty loaded, I think, with items and objectives. Criteria got things going pretty well too. As you mentioned, that death unfortunately set you from sometime after Speed Booster was picked up in Criteria all the way back to just after Morph Ball was picked up in the first region. It was really unfortunate. And yeah, there was just nothing that was getting in Sponge's way that could really stop him. Like he was just finding everything he needed, finding full beam for both games here, and just
nice.
kind of making the seed smooth sailing the whole way through.
So, in the first seed, Ridley had me quite nervous there fighting him.
It was pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, with just the any percent beam, no plasma, but and then Mother Brain, oof, almost messed that up too. But either of aside from those two, yeah, Seed One felt pretty good, pretty speedy.
Nice.
I'd say any seed under 40 minutes is usually a really well played seed.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially the current version of Map Rando. Um, 40 minutes is great, honestly. So
Yeah, they can
Yeah.
really go south pretty easily.
true. Some of us played the community race this week.
Yeah, I missed that one. I saw
Oh,
the
it was
fallout from that.
it was it was fascinating. That map was absolutely fascinating. But yeah,
I did go back
Alright.
and async that weekly. I saw the potential for it to be very brutal if you
yeah,
miss supers.
yeah.
And then for game two, it was pretty interesting early on because the Chad and I kind of thought that maybe the logic was potentially going to point towards having to pseudo screw the plasma pirates for first supers
I
after
considered that.
after each of you got morphin bombs. Um, you did both find supers elsewhere. Uh,
Yeah.
It was a really interesting beginning, and for both of these games, both of you were neck and neck, like for the first 10 minutes of each seed. Like there was almost no distinguishing. You guys had the same route. You were pretty even, and then just something seemed to always go wrong for Toaster, and
Yeah.
and that was first power bombs being in
Yeah.
through the X-ray hallway.
Yeah, I think I
Ah,
tunnel visioned too. I've tunnel visioned way too hard, and once I realized I tunnel visioned, it was way too late. And then I went back. And then I looked and saw. Oh, wait a second! I completely forgot about that X over there. And then, sure enough, it was power bombs. And then
Mhm.
but I did blind crate. So then I found that criteria. I think what's the criteria had Vantoon. That's all
yeah.
the save.
hmm
And then I was like, oh, okay, I could have finished this much faster if I didn't tunnel vision for power bombs. So
I I kind of thought that going through X-ray Hall there, I don't know. I felt like I was doing it out of logic. I don't really know entirely what it expects of you. All I had was bombs and one eating. Oh, and a reserve.
mm,
But I'm glad I glad I decided to do that instead of saying, "No, that's not logic. I'm gonna go literally everywhere else."
Yeah, I'm
yeah, and
I'm
that's what I
actually
did.
not I'm actually not entirely sure whether that was in logic or not, but I think the two suits definitely supported going for
Right.
that. Um, I know it is a strat for sure to IBJ up to the first part of the spike platform and then continue using IBJs to make it up to the door. I just wasn't sure if that was in like hard or very hard or not, but it definitely
Right.
paid off with ice and power bombs on the other side.
Might have just had a higher health threshold than what I had because I noticed just now I didn't ever step foot into Norfair, so maybe grapple was no, yeah, I didn't have grapple, so maybe grapple was there to help you get across or space jump, something. I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't go to Norfair and I didn't watch the credits to see what was there.
oh, eventually found speed. I eventually found speed, and I used that. I did use that across, but I went with enough energy. But
Okay.
I
I
was thinking originally the bomb jump strat, but I was thinking, does it expect us to do this? Because I didn't want to go over there and find it's just X-ray because
Right.
it's out of like technically out of I don't say technically out of hard. I don't know. There's still a lot of stuff I'm trying to learn about the expectations and for certain settings and what you should expect logic to reward you with if you follow it versus break it and
hmm
um I think it's interesting. I like that kind of stuff. I want to work on that kind of theory crafting too
And I
sometime.
think it's especially interesting with these double suit seeds because normally on a normal seed, by the time you get double suits, you usually have a bunch of other stuff. So you wouldn't really come
Yeah.
across this expecting with just morph and bombs to just kind of get up there with the double suit you start with. So there's I feel like there's some unfamiliar tech that is thrown into these double suit or even single suit seeds that you're just not entirely used to.
For sure.
For sure,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. I think I remember one seed expected you to do reverse lava dive, and I'm usually thinking, don't you need more than 2 tanks for it? But I think that, or whatever the tank count was, but apparently with both suits, it's not that much for the
Right.
gravity jump. So it's interesting. I still do like double suits. I like all the modes except for Metroids and maybe no objectives, but well, no objectives is great for fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. So the results of this match will put Supersponge into the next round versus Paf.
Oh, that's the end of my run.
And then for Toaster, I think that puts you into the silver bracket now. I was trying to confirm that, but I wasn't really sure.
Pretty
I think it
sure.
would be the. I think we did do the bronze bracket predictions already. So
Yeah, bronze is already
yeah.
set, so it should be silver.
Yeah.
I think.
So I think you will be making your way there. I'm not sure who your opponent will be there yet, but do either of you have any final thoughts or like how you think your next matches are going to go?
Well, I already said what I think Paf is gonna do to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope for the best. I mean, you can try to practice, but with the nature of a randomizer, you have no idea what it's gonna throw at you. And, maybe I should practice crate after that second seed crate. That was pretty sad, but
Oh.
yeah, I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, and for me, same. I mean, it's the tournament so far has been really fun. Like even the match, just watching a lot of these matches have been amazing. Like some really fun plays, a lot of good times. Sometimes chat's fun too. I can't see you today, but I hope you had fun with all the races you watched today. I'm looking forward to the silver bracket. What I like about what I will say, the cool thing about losing a race here is if you kind of know why you lost, you can kind of work on that. So I'm gonna try to work on not tunnel visioning too hard, because I think that cost me a lot. So that said, GG Sponge, was good.
Thank
Was
you,
good racing.
GG's.
Yeah.
GG's as
Good luck
well.
versus Paf.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a great race. I'm sure. Like it's gonna be amazing.
I
to
hope so.
watch, I'm sure.
I hope I put up a fight.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
Well, I can definitely verify that Chad was thoroughly entertained by this match. They had a really good time. With that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap up this match. Hope you all appreciated the race. And yeah, definitely check out the runners. Let me do the command here in the chat. I am Nito. I also race and stuff.
And thank you for commentating.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I saw there was no one on it, so I just tried to jump in there and help out as well as I could.
And who was tracking? I'd like to thank them too.
I was also tracking.
Oh, well, that
wow.
makes it easy. Thanks for tracking as well, Nito.
Yeah.
Chad helped me out a lot with not being able to like split my eyes like a chameleon and look at
Right.
both screens.
Thank you, chat.
All right.
We appreciate
That'll
you,
wrap.
chat.
Yeah, very much so. That'll wrap things up here. Definitely check out more of the races upcoming soon. I think we even have some more races tonight going on, so definitely jump on over those and check them out. And until then, we will see you next mission. Have a good rest of your night, everyone.